Yeah. Obviously, well, I think my wife's 33 weeks now. So very exciting, and it's going to be a very exciting summer for us with the amount of cricket play, but also having a little girl with us. Well, I don't know. Look, probably left-handed. I like left-handers. They kind of swing the bat a little bit more freer. If I'm going to be technical, but I don't think it matters what she is.
Happy and healthy, that's the main thing, isn't it?
That's it. Absolutely happy and healthy.
That's like you said. Marn, it's been a lot of discussions about cricket on the world stage, and it sort of permeates all the way through. What's your take on sort of where things are going? The new Future Tours program is out, which sets out the next 5 years, but there's still windows for T20 cricket. How do you think it's going at the moment? Lots of cricket, but is it manageable still?
Yeah, look, I think a lot of talk's been about, about the schedule being so full. I think we'll just see less and less, all three format players. I don't think there'll be that many of them because the T20 game is just going skyrocket. There's so many competitions now. There's, guys that are playing so much cricket. So I think it certainly makes it, I think that the gap between, long format cricket and short format cricket is just going to get bigger and bigger. But look, just like last night, I turned on the TV to watch the test, the first 2 hours of the test last night. And I mean, test cricket's just amazing, red ball at Lords, South Africa, England. So I think the game's in a great space. People are loving cricket. There's obviously a lot of cricket on and there's a lot of competitions. And a lot of different formats, so people sort of can pick and choose what they like and what they want to watch.
You said you still want to be a three-format player, though, but that's one of the reasons why you got these deal with the Heat this year is improving your T20 cricket.
100%, yeah. Look, I always want to, play for Australia as much as I can, and for me, it's just about, taking the opportunity that the playing for Australia will come if I continue to perform in the opportunities I have with the Brisbane Heat and with other. With Glamorgan in the blast and stuff like that. They're the opportunities I just got to keep growing and learning my game. That's what it's all about. And the selection stuff's really out of my control, so that's just got to happen naturally as I perform in T20 cricket.
We hear the tickets are on sale today for the coming BBL season, and you're probably going to play around 6 games or so at the back end of it. I heard you say on radio that you remember the days when you had big crowds in stadiums, and hopefully this is the season where we can start to get back to that. That's something you, as players, are looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, I distinctly remember that Sixers semi-final, and that was our 6th game at the Gabba for that season, our 6th sellout, and we had 36,000+ people there. And the atmosphere that it creates, I know that was a semi-final, but for every game that we had that season was amazing. So it'd be lovely if we could get Brisbane to come out and just support the Brisbane Heat and get behind their team. I know it certainly gives us a big kick, and it certainly helps our performance when the crowds, come out in numbers and support. It's a lot of fun to see everyone come and the young kids just loving the game. It takes you back to when you were a kid.
Just back to the futures stuff. I guess for the big groups, do you think it is a pretty big workload for you?
Yeah, look, I think the easy one is, I mean, the slot, we're available to play, but for everyone's different, right? So we got some people with young families, you got people with really high workloads that are playing, 3 formats all the time. So, it's hard to expect those guys to always be available. But like I said, that's why each person can make their own decision. Hopefully we get, a lot of those test guys playing because it's great for the competition. But everyone's got to make their own decision, and it's so individualised because of everyone's circumstances with family, commitments, and how much test cricket, we've got on in this year. I think we're playing something like 16 tests in this calendar year. So I mean that's a lot for our bowlers to take.
So on that was interesting. Dave Warner, Steve Smith, sort of some of the players have been still linked to playing BBL, for instance, and there's talk that we'll eventually have a situation where if you're available, an Australian player, you get linked to a team. Do you think it's going to be managed that way for all the players effectively, just because we know the workload that's there, that the decisions are going to be made with the players' interests in mind? That's a hard question, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's a very tough question. I think it's very hard to say that. You know, if you centralise it and put a person with each team, it's great, but it's got to work for the player. It's got to work, and I think you see instances where it works really well when there's a great connection. You know, like Steve Smith with the Sixers. Um, you know, whenever he is free, he usually comes back and plays, right? So that works well. Now, if you had Steve Smith having to play for, you know, the Melbourne Renegades, I think that would, you know, I don't know if that would work as well to have the designated teams, but it's just got to be individualised. I think it's got to work well with, it's got to work well with each individual.
Great to have a new signing again, the Heat, but this UAE tour, chance we could lose a few other Aussie players.
Yeah, look, I mean, I don't think we'll lose any Aussie players because I don't know how the contracting system works. But, you know, with needing permission, I'm not sure how that will go. But what I will say is I think it's going to be an ongoing challenge. I mean, there's so many competitions popped up. I think we've got 2 competitions playing in our window now with the South African League and the UAE League. So there's another 2 competitions on at the same time, which is important because I think we just need to value our product and make sure that our product is the best so we do get, you know, the best players coming in and playing in our competition. If we can have that, then there should be no issue because it doesn't matter what other comp comes, our competition is the best. So hopefully this year is a big stepping stone to work towards getting our competition back to, you know, it's absolute best.
Just on that, so Hope Usman's in UAE in the same boat, playing the back half of the season. You first get a chance to play with him at a T20 level for the first time, playing against him a couple of times. Is it exciting to have Usman in the camp, so to speak?
Yeah, I think a great signing. You know, really, really well done to the Heat and the team and the coaching staff for getting Usman over. I think he's going to be a really great person for us to have. I think, you know, he's a very good leader. He's a very good leader, but also I think, you know, the way he's been so consistent over the years, opening the batting for the Thunder. It's just going to be great to have him, and I think, you know, hopefully we'll see that signing pay off.
You hope David Warner stays as well?
Stays with.
BBL?
Oh, I mean, from Australia's perspective, like for the competition, it'd be great. But I mean, like I'm a bit unjust at whatever. It's his decision. What he decides to do. He's got a young family. He's got a lot going on. So you know, that's his decision to make, not mine. But you know, obviously, as a BBL fan, yeah, you'd love to see him, you know, don the green and play for the Thunder.